Welcome YouTube and welcome back to another review.
Yes, guys.
Yes, so we'll be doing Married at First Sight episode 4, season 15, if I'm right, San Diego. Yeah, and just we'll be jumping right into it. This episode was pretty mild, nothing really like good vibe. Yeah, good vibes. The things that you expected at this point.
Yes.
Nothing too extreme like certain season have given us. But we're gonna jump right into the couples. The first couple we want to talk on is Nate and Stasia. I swear I'm pronouncing this lady's name wrong. Forgive me if I am, but I'm trying.
I have a feeling we are.
Stasia, right?
Yeah.
Or Stasha. Stasha.
Stasha?
I think it's Stasha.
Sound correct.
Stasha. Okay.
Stasha.
Damn.
It's a Nate and Stasha.
Yes. So basically in this episode, what we saw common between everybody was like, so it's their first night together. You know, they got to meet the families, and it's the beginning of their honeymoons. And yes. Stasha and Nate, they're definitely enjoying each other's company. Right now, I like them as a couple. It's just that I'm waiting for the shit to hit the fan to see like what is gonna happen between them, because like I'm not lie, between like every season of Married at First Sight is that the couple start to deteriorate as in like in their length, because you would usually for seasons you expect at least we've seen at least one or two survive, but it come like the later seasons like only like nobody's expected to survive. Like like last season when we would have expected who was there from last season, Noy and Steve, and then you had Katina and somebody like
I don't know their names.
Yeah, Katina and Laja one. Like Noy and Steve, then they're gonna pop off and they're together no more. So it's like each season is the serious thing. And right now the fact that I already like Stasia and Nate, it's like I'm just waiting for something to go wrong. Yeah, I not too love that, but I don't know. Like, I just feel like it can be a case where her bossness or that side of what they talk about, may I wait for it to show up. Cause right now she's being really nice and everything I want good. And him I want good, be emotional, open up himself and not be able to rigid and you know, everything flowing, everything I want good.
So and the interactions with them family seem to be good, because her her mother and I think there was somebody else there to other
her sister, her friend.
Remember. But them they seem to like him. The same goes for him. So it's good that them actually say things that them family like, and
like he was so comfortable. He was so comfortable with them, and I think that definitely would have sealed a more of a like I like you vibe with Stasha, Jesus, her family. When he was actually open to actually be vulnerable and actually let himself be emotional, crying in front of them. Speaking about his experience with his family, like that's really sad to think that that's the relationship he has with his mother. And I really hope that because of these things, he really does have the true intention for the family and want to have a secure family, because he really didn't have it. And I mean, we also learned that, he had a little bit of experience, and that we know that, he's mixed with, what was it? Korean or Asian? So I'll say Asian, So that's cool, and we learned that he had problem with fitting in and all these different things. So it was that vulnerability really opened up, and we kind of know more about backstory to Nate, and I enjoy that. And Stasha shared some of the same things that he would have brought up as well.
So far, no red flag now.
I like them.
No red flags isn't coming
of course, when it came to the economic of saving water and being very, very resourceful, why not? Let's just have a shower together, right? To save water.
It's about the water.
It's about the earth. We're saving the planet. Yes.
Would you like to save water?
Yeah. So they definitely got see me in the shower. I don't know if it went any further than that, but to our experience, it was very just touchy and gropey. They had, as I said, I like them right now as a couple, but not gonna lie, I do. I do. And they definitely mentioned when they were sitting around with all the couple that the sexual tensions is there. And it's just about time for that to just pop off. For the pressure build up and just pop off. I don't know if it has as yet, but I don't know if they ever last too long with being, so, you stay one side, not abstaining again. So, yeah, anything else on this couple?
No. No, I'm not getting anything else from them. All good vibes, everything seems to be okay. As the other seasons come along, we will learn more about
episodes.
Them. Yeah, episodes. Yeah. More seasons. Jesus, my bad. Episodes. When next episode will come along, we're more to see like how them work with each other, because real life are gonna start kicking at the door.
That's the
once
thing.
It starts kicking, them are gonna start like.
That's the thing, babe. They're still in paradise and honeymoon mode.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
So when that wear off now and them start saying, but what she have here so far?
And living
live this year so like
yeah. That's so true. So I'm just hoping for the best. I mean, even if them can just make it till decision day, I'm hoping at least that. Alright, next couple. So you wanna jump on Alexis and Justin? No, you don't want to.
Yes. Yeah? Yes. The tall guy.
Yes.
Yes, that's that. Yes. I was trying to remember his name.
You want to start it off?
Yeah, I'll start it off. Alright, so what do I remember from the episode? Well, they seem to be good. They're still cuddle and kissing a lot. When he went to spoke to her family, him never give it like them that like drill him, but him never give him no wrong and like he never give him no red flag answer then. So it seems that they were okay with the answers that he gave them. Them tell him a few things about her. All in all, everything seems okay.
Well, let me tell you, Miss Alexis there, she got a problem with her mouth. I ain't gonna tell no lie.
Yeah, she got a problem.
She got a problem with her mouth. This thing with he's celibate, y'all. I don't know why it's a part of announcement, and he's handling it so well. He doesn't budge with him, and I guess that's
probably
fine.
Soon budge. Probably not make it bad him, but probably not gonna break.
He's fine. Right now, I'm like, you don't gotta announce it everywhere you go.
Everywhere she go. Yeah, because when she go to his family, like, don't worry guys, he's still celibate.
Like,
why was that needed?
It shouldn't have to announce it every 5 minutes. That's another thing I may say. But I mean, I don't hate her, and I definitely think that the more the episodes open up, the more she's actually becoming more, I guess, reflective, and I guess in some sense vulnerable, because when she was having a conversation with his family and she brought up the 3 proposal thing, her famous line, I've been proposed 3 times, just like
asked her. This time they asked.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying, just like when she was asking questions, with in regards to, I guess, he actually, being engaged before and all, the wedding come to crash up and all them stuff there. Like, they had asked if she experienced anything in that sense, then like, being proposed to. And she opened up about why she internally felt like she declined all of them. Because she was feeling selfish. She was being selfish. She wanted to get her own way pretty much. I guess at that point she wasn't thinking that she was willing to compromise when it comes to anything. And and she just wasn't ready in that point. And I mean, it still have me wondering, because I'm like, if you're gonna be proposed to 3 times, y'all need to be on the same page in some sense.
Like, I still
don't understand. If it happened to you 3 times, I can understand if it happened to you 1 or probably 2 times. That, because some people really unrealistic. Like, for somebody, you depend totally different pages, and some of them feel like things are aligned. Then if it happened my 2nd time, no. Okay, something strange. 3 times, it really is that she's probably running away from the commitment.
But she not get like how serious the relationships were for us to like determine like if I run from commitment, or
but that's what she pretty much was saying.
On the persons for them to think that.
I don't know what's going on, because as I said, with relationship, I definitely think that if we're going to be at a stage where someone's going to propose to you, you guys should have been talking about these things and been in agreement, so you can judge. Never just get up and go behind your back and say, okay, it's 2 months, it's 2 years, you know, things aren't great, but it's 2 years, it's time.
Yeah.
Like, no, y'all supposed to be talking about this and have a point for be like, yeah, this is something that you can see with ourselves happening anytime soon.
Yeah.
But anyways, also the next thing with these two, Justin, he kind of the same like Alexis a little bit. When this one going on the conversation when everybody was around when they finally met at Mexico, and he was talking about how hard he be getting with around her, I was like,
sir,
me no need to know this. The filter barrier gone. Like it's still kind of like her.
Yo, but Sharika, he has been celibate for how long?
A year and a half.
The man, he like it's time. He wants some like. Yeah, you can understand because like if he was celebrating, I think like he would have been in a situation where a woman wouldn't have.
I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm talking about the how he was so comfortable and free to give raw details in front of everybody. No, that's what I was talking about. So I'm trying to say he kind of like Alexis too. So I was like, damn. But I'm like, okay. Like I understand the sexual tension that he probably feeling, but I didn't need to know the details of all of it.
It made the episode nice. So.
Damn, there be
it needed to be said.
There be something, but like I definitely see the barrier for that breaking no rules with just like Starsha and Nate, but I like them as a couple, and I feel like there's very much potential. We learned also that they met before. Well, they kind of knew.
But like
of each other's existence.
A dating site.
Yeah, I think it was Hitch.
Couple them together, yes, Hitch. Couple them together, and like she turned.
Oops. Sorry.
Yeah, dating site match them together. Like she
didn't respond to the match.
She swiped left. I swiped
no,
left.
she just never. I don't know. She never responded to the match.
Responded to the match. She ignored it, and
then she's kind of reflected to be like, boy. You know, one, she could have either been
married
with him. She could have been together with him already 4 months ago, or two, like she would have missed out on all of this because whatever reason she chose not to respond to him.
For the best because probably if she had given him a chance, then it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, probably this experience and how it kind of changes your mindset, how you approach things. I don't know. Let's hope it works out for them. So far, I do like them as a couple. 2 for 2 so far. Let's see how it goes.
I'm still iffy about them.
Yeah, iffy. What's iffy? What's iffy about them? What's iffy about them?
Like, I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but I'm not really sure about them yet.
Why?
Like how I'm sure about Starsha and Nate. I'm kind of hopeful for them, but I can't put my finger on what it is with Justin and Alexis, yes. I can't put my finger on it, but something not sit well with me about them. So let's see how the other episodes go, and I will.
I don't get where that's coming from, but like, he was like the number 1 ranger for them.
Yeah, but then like no, I started to watch the episodes.
What is there that you see? Like it must be something that's it with picking at you.
Sit well.
What is that? It may not fully.
We can't put my finger on it.
Nigga, please.
Moving on.
Alright, let's jump into Mitch and Lynn. What's your name? And Kristen.
Kristen.
Yes. So Mitch. Red flags. What a red flag them do?
Mitch of
red flags. Red flags. I'm gonna wave that.
Red
Mitch,
all around.
I am not sure what to do with him. Already knows like he's trying to keep an open mind on him, and I guess there's some sort more to the episode. I'm trying to keep an open mind on him as well, but there's definitely red flags. He's a little bit too rigid. Nothing is wrong with your beliefs and having a passion for certain things, but it doesn't mean that you don't have to have fun, and that's what I don't like. Like he was so obsessed about this lady's look. Like I'm like. When he took off her makeup, it's like them start skinning it and be happy. But and nothing wrong is still. That's what I'm trying to say. She looks the same without the makeup. It's not like she's like a different person. So I'm like, I get, but I don't know. Like, that's kind of controlling at the same time. Like he's gonna make the way how he's gonna look at her like, oh, you know, I like you without the makeup and stuff, and nothing is wrong with that. But he's gonna make it look like, you know, she wants to do any little different things. if she wants to dress up one time, if she wants to wear makeup, it's just gonna make it look like, you know, he's no longer going to be attracted to her in that state, and she's going to want to keep him happy, and therefore kind of, you know,
like lose herself.
Like, you know, like not necessarily do the things that firstly based off of what's going to make her happy. Because same thing with the little party poppers when it eventually reached the state when they got their package for the honeymoon.
He ruined the mood. You could have seen on her face.
I mean, like, I understand why he said these things cause problems, but I'm like
sweep them and put them in your trash, sir.
Bury them in the ground in the garden. I mean, like, you're not going to indulge in these things.
Exactly.
It's just your honeymoon.
It's your honeymoon. Enjoy it.
And then, I mean, if you guys want, you guys participate in a beach cleanup every month or so.
And the man look like he would do it every day.
Nothing is wrong with that, as I'm trying to say, but you don't have to ruin the fun because of certain things. So that's just my thing. And then with the whole t-shirt to like titles and all these stuff, like I already see Christine a little bit, you know, already. And that's gonna only last for how long? If we're gonna constantly like give a reason why we shouldn't have fun, you're not going to be fun.
And she's going to be miserable in the end.
Those are my little red flags with him right now.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like he's that like attracted to her. Like at the very first night before she took off her makeup, he looked so sad in the bed waiting for her and looked like, boy, let me get myself in now. He kind of got happier when he saw her with the makeup, but like that's kind of weird. It's her wedding night. Would you expect her to come in? Like when he was talking to her family, he was like, he's not up about all of these things. It's her wedding. Y'all don't know each other. You expected her to come outside in a t-shirt. Like, what? You think she thought she was going to be one of those radical chicks that just come out in a barefoot and like a bow in her hair and a leaf made dress? I'm not sure what he was thinking.
I don't know.
It's expected for the event. So,
but to be honest, I don't have a problem with her. He's my...
Yeah, I don't have a problem with Kristen.
She not giving
a problem. I like her. And then she's so into him already that she was like, can I give you a kiss on your cheek, Mark? Oh, that feels so good. Make sure I put my marker.
Something is very wrong with Mitch. Like, he's not real. I mean, I know, like, I don't know if it's the right thing to say, but it does seem like he's giving her a fair shot.
That's probably the right thing to say.
Because from before she even walked down the aisle, it's like him start judge. Like while she was walking down the aisle, she would say start judge. Like he's giving her unfair disadvantage where she don't deserve that, because I think she's very nice.
Yeah.
And she not give him no bad vibes. She not do nothing like him just a psych himself out in her own head, and I think that's toxic to their marriage. He's going to ruin it before it even get a chance.
I think he would have been happier if it was the mom, because he was like, he thought her mom was gonna be his bride.
She would stress him right out. She would have stressed him.
But I tell her, her mother look real good.
Her mother look better than she.
Her mother look real good. Young age, whatever shade of pan I want, some of the miracle water, she look real nice. But Mitch, him just, when I like them, him just give me that vibe. And then he's gonna, when he was talking with the family, they're asking like, why is it that you don't think you have been in a long-term relationship before? He's gonna be like, he was a closet environmentalist. I'm like, how is that a real reason as to why?
That's a thing? You can't have the closet for being an environmentalist?
I really don't see how that's an excuse, to be very honest.
Will not judge.
I mean, if you care about the environment, you care about that. Like, it must pretty much seem that if it does be one of them person that would just enjoy the nature, fight for the nature, and just be by himself, because it seems like he's going to make these things just be an ever-present problem.
Exactly.
Like, if he was a closeted nature person, he should have had a long-term relationship at least once then. At least once, if it wasn't something that highly, he was highly making a need or a present problem within the front of a relationship.
And he's Justin isn't the only one who was celibate. Like,
he wasn't by choice.
Not by choice, but celibate, and him claiming now.
No, but that celibate is different. Celibate, you made the choice.
I know that, but he's saying that he said he's celibate, but not by choice. That's what he said. That's what just a work of how I was said. So yeah, and he was having like, let me say no. He was saying that he is thinking about if he can perform.
If he's uncomfortable.
If
I need to stop it. I need to stop it. Yeah.
Like he's uncomfortable, yeah. So probably when them ready now to consummate the marriage, he might have a issue there, so as well. Like he might make it a big deal.
He may, he look like he will get in his head about these things. That's true.
Yes. Him too radical for me. Like he's supposed to be out there in front of like gas stations with placard and say no more gas, no more gas. Yeah.
Like that's one of his things. He said like she would have been, if he was a fuel corporate or anything like that, that would have been a no for him, a real no for him. So yeah. The meeting with Kristen and his family now. I don't really remember that too much.
I think I remember. Of course, I remember. Man, them say that he is kind of.
Oh, I remember. Yeah. No, say it.
No man, go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah.
No, I remember. No, like if he's like, I don't know how she run. I would have probably run at that, but because if he's his friend and or brother or whoever or his friends were saying that like the female one was saying that that they had it was only to touch and go with their relationship because they butted head a lot, and he like they're pretty much saying what we're thinking, like he is going to be problematic because he is prideful, him can be very stubborn-headed, strong-headed, and those things will cause for problems. And they were so vivacious when talking about this, so it really seems something that he truly is. So I'm like, if they're going to say these things and say it like this as a real front issue,
exactly,
and be like so about it, and like that's crazy.
And in this episode, I can see now why he has been single for that long.
I've been seeing that since he opened his mouth when he was getting his beard shaved.
Oh my God, Sharika.
Bitch, please.
Like yes.
I'm problematic man.
Do you have anything else to say about this couple?
Me not see. Me feel like she'll get tired. I'm really easy. Yeah. Alright guys, so the camera cut off, but like I definitely feel like she would get tired of him easily. I would. I am already getting tired of him.
She look like she's tired of him already for the pop or something. The pop thing.
The thing with the shirt, like it look like she's like for me. You do what you want for the but never wear this. Like that's I started the frustration came in come down from her. Alright, next couple.
And it will only get worse. So moving on from Mitch the bitch.
Next couple is Miguel and Lindy.
Yes.
Alright, Miguel and Lindy. So I like them as a couple. I definitely do. Like from the night of the honeymoon, like he was kind of getting already a little red flaggish with her because he's like, he was waiting like to he was expecting a nice conversation with this lady, and she spent 35 minutes just trying to find a dress because she was overthinking about just having something to sleep in. I'm like, he went in there to look at what's going on, and he was like, I don't know why should I get so frustrated over some of this simply. Yeah, so that was a little problem for him initially, but like, they seem cool. My thing now with her Lindy interaction with her family, his sister, she's a big no for me.
Lindy interaction with
Miguel family.
Oh, you say her? Come and say her family.
No, her interaction with his family.
Oh yeah.
Okay. It's a big no. His sister, you can definitely understand trying to be protective for your brother, but you're gonna bring out certain things that are just so ridiculous basis to be off of. Like, I'm not trying to step on anybody too, but you're gonna use the horoscope and them things there for be like this is gonna be the future of the relationship.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be straightforward. I don't believe in these things. If you do, that's your prerogative. But you can't just come upon something like this that has no base standing. Like, you're going to use because of these signs. Like, if you based off of different persons who you go to and these things, like, literally, one person will come to you and say, oh, a Gemini is good with Taurus, Libras, all this person. But somebody else said Gemini cannot be all these. I'm going to work with them something there. I'm going to leave it right there. So, if you believe in them something there, fine. But me not touch it. And then she was like so passionate with it, and then how she just talking so loud and obnoxious, like I can't even remember who she was talking, but I just never that afraid. I'm good for Linda that she's able to manage herself and not be offended by these behavior. I guess they might go through a lot of that, especially because the process is so like weird and unusual. So yeah, but I was not there for that with her. You're gonna jump into the gate and be like that, and then Lily come from a religious background. So I'm like, faith and horoscope, like my girl.
We're seeing it for like both of their families because her family give him all the time about Christianity as well.
I'm not sure if I would fully say that. I understand. I don't necessarily. I don't think necessarily they're giving him a hard time based off of Christianity. I just feel that based off of the fact that they are Christians or whatever their religious view is, they're looking at it on a strict perspective in that. So they're going to bring it up so why it looks like that. Because it doesn't seem like they're saying you're going to be the head of the household and you need to take over as a man, and we're not okay with our sister being with somebody that is not within the same religious as her. So we're going to need you to start being open-minded when it comes to this. Come to church with us every Sunday, and you're going to start getting into this circle. If you're not going to be allowed to stay with my sister, and they're not going to that
with your horoscope. No, but they're not say that with the horoscope. What's it?
Yeah, horoscope.
Yeah, but they're not do that either.
Yeah, no, not talk about sister and them somebody. But must I say, you're saying that they might use religion for rated taste. I say, I don't necessarily think it's to that extreme. I understand why you're saying that. But I just feel like that is how people are to call. Just like with the woman, she believes in horoscope, so she used that as a perspective to start the conversation or to start her reasoning with. And that's like the same thing on their end.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah. But like with the Miguel and his family, they're definitely coming from that perspective. And they're just pretty much saying like, this is what we believe. So if we're going to do these certain steps, this is what it means to us and what, it would mean to Lindy too. And what we, want from you per se. Yeah. So that's one thing. And they like the mama wanted to know about sex, like, also if anybody to ask. I mean, I guess probably she should be the one to ask.
Yeah, that's what they're doing with my daughter, sir.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think when she start like overthinking, she start going on a rampage when she attack. I think all you have to do are like say like
just get her assurance and just kind of chime in to make sure feel
just try to calm her down and make sure and like make sure go on and just attack because she will look like she will talk for like close to an hour. Just rambling.
I understand those notions because I definitely have those little overthinking qualities. Or instance, I'm nowhere as bad.
No, you're not that bad. Well, me don't make you go so bad. Like when I say I do, me kind of it's like butting. If you stop and listen and talk. I
mean, most time you just when you're at those places, you just want somebody to know that you have someone that understands, and you don't want to feel like you're crazy. Because when you're in that state, you'll start to say what you feel, and then you're trying to explain why this is how you should feel, and not to make it seem like it's unusual and out of the normal, and it just goes on and on and on. So she just needs somebody there to kind of give her comfort and reassurance that it's gonna be okay. You don't have to think about it on 500 levels. We got this.
Yes, just reassure her. Yeah. And probably if you do that, she won't like spiral
too much.
Yeah,
it can work.
And even if she's spiraling, dead of fear, and she knows that he's somebody who I can trust, somebody who I can depend on whenever I get like this or in any other situation with her.
Yeah, it can work. They can work. I just feel him not really just run away with these flags.
Yeah, because he's seeing it as a red flag, and if it's not a red flag, that's just
her personality.
Her personality is not a red flag.
I mean, if you're going to take these things of a person as red flags, you're not going to be capable of staying with anybody because nobody's going to be perfect. Somebody's going to have something that you don't agree with or don't like about them. But sometimes that's how you are internally as well, because you yourself would not like somebody who is, let's say, sensitive, right? Like you can't deal with the emotions. But you yourself is sensitive as well. So I'm like you have to be realistic. It's a person. So these are things that if you want to say it's a red flag, or probably redefine that red flag, then it's something that you more have to go and work with, or be, you have to give more time and energy to that aspect of the person to make the relationship work.
Because the red flag are things that you won't.
And then that's something toxic, exactly, where you can't fix.
Like, that's not.
It's incompatible,
Her overthinking is not a toxic trait.
Mm-hmm.
Like, her overthinking will lead to a point where she wants to stab you.
Oh, Jesus.
That would be a toxic trait.
No, them something that's violence. And you don't condone that around here.
Prison life is not good.
We don't condone that.
She's not that type of overthinker. So I think you can give her a pass on that and just try.
You can work with her. And then the next thing too I saw brought up was her debt. And we don't have them type of like debt.
Oh, a student
loans. Yeah, we don't have this type of extreme debt out here. Well, at least I don't experience those things. I didn't hear. So I'm like, I don't fully understand the concern. I get it because it may concern them in a sense that if she's going to be able to, bring her
debt into her marriage.
Yeah, but not necessarily in that way. Like, if she'll be able to financially, show up, that most things aren't going to rely on him because she's so in debt and has to try to clear up that debt. Or she's someone that wants to perpetually be in debt, and that's going to cause things like, if they need to get a joint loan for like certain things, it's going to be problematic. And then she just wants to sit in this loan and just, do other things like go shopping and cause more debts and travel and those stuff. But I mean, it's her debt. Like, if she can bring up her side on the table, like, if you guys agree to pay these bills and do these things, I mean, you can try to help her in a sense of getting her organized to pay it off. But I'm not saying you gotta be her sugar daddy, which she definitely said he's not gonna be her sugar daddy. Because he said he's been in relationships where he had to, like, take care of the other person. And I mean, she's been on her own. I'm pretty sure she said in the montage of talking that she did, she's been on her.
What are you doing?
What?
You keep doing this.
Hand gestures, just hand gestures.
Oh, because I'm like, yes.
Hand gestures. She's been on her own and like, she not grow up nobody.
Yeah.
Stick them up. So yeah, I think it's something that,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And when she started to overthink, that was one of her thing. Like, she was saying that she not expecting to take care of her, stuff like that.
Yeah, she's an independent woman. Yeah, in her montage of talking.
But she's not going to spend a lot of working to pay off the loan. And then she was just rambling and going on and on and on about it. Like, I thought, like, when she was doing that, I thought it would be a perfect time to kind of, just step in and stop her and talk to her, which would kind of like lessen the rambling. Then she wouldn't have to ramble. So till our brain say, alright, now I'm tired, they can go ahead now.
Like, sometimes I wonder, like, like, how do they not know that they're supposed to do things like that? It's like, I mean, I don't know, everybody different because we were compatible to know certainly where we were supposed to step in when it comes to certain problems of each other aspect. We're to be empathic, we're to be comforting, we're to be a sense of reasoning, advice, and those stuff. But things like these to these couples that we see often, it seems so odd, and I'm like, you just have to be there for the person.
Yeah, just be there.
Sometimes the other person doesn't want that, and that's the next problem there. But I'm like, mostly like.
Well, like, I doubt anybody on the show would not want that.
Want what? Want what?
Somebody to comfort them.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying they make it seem like it's something so odd. Like, I mean, yeah, but. They're still getting to know each other, so that could be one reason why it's so weird for them to do, but I don't know. Next couple. But my next thing.
Ben and
Morgan. They finally went down the aisle. Woo! I love, the same thing that I think, who did it? Lindy gave him a hug, like, this is an awkward situation. Did
they hug?
Yeah, she gave him a hug.
Oh, yes.
Like, hold my hands. Like, she was so excited to get married, and that was lovely. So they finally went down the aisle, like, this mama's boy thing, maybe a concern, but she's like, yeah, it's okay, don't be embarrassed. Let's see how this goes. She was so excited, and
she said that she was attracted to him.
They look attracted to each other. Yeah.
He's attracted to her.
We finally get some background
he
and
promised her a second honeymoon. Like, he is stingy when it comes to money, but he promised her a second honeymoon. So let's see how that goes.
I wonder if she got the notion why that would have been the thing when he said in her vows about the credit card. I wonder if she would have gotten that. Yeah.
So I think it was just like a woman loves to spend, like, go shopping and so forth. So like probably she was thinking along that lines where we're incorporate the credit card. But I know that's why
he doesn't like to spend.
He does not spend.
I don't know if
call it
frugal. He's frugal. I don't know if the family had mentioned it in their thingy, but she'll find out soon enough why probably that was necessary.
The mama's boy thing. Probably that would be a problem.
That may be a problem, honestly. To just out of the gate know that you're gonna be second best, probably.
To his mama.
Yeah. But I don't know, from I saw his man, I just liked her for some reason. She doesn't seem too bad. Let's see their interaction with each other. But yeah, I don't have that much to say on them right now. Everything seems up in the air for them. I don't see any bad interaction.
Yes.
There's a ray of hope for them to grow or to crash, because they can go either way. But
and even though it's the 4th episode, it's still like honeymoon vibes. Like, the first 2 was wedding vibes, then the last 2 are honeymoon vibes. So we're not getting a real world arguments yet. So
I'm here for those though. I'm here for it
because when this episode was ending, you see like all of the drama that is to come in episodes that is to come. So yeah, she fell asleep.
Yeah, you might have to tell about those things and talk them babes.
No, it's not really anything to talk about. It's just that like they show the good parts first, and then like after the good parts they show like the dramatic parts of who tell lie.
Scandalous.
Justin tell what film was him? Justin.
Alexis.
He told her that he loved her, and she laughing at her face.
That must be an edit call too.
We saw a scene where he was crying.
He's sensitive. That's the next thing that we should have mentioned. He's sensitive.
Nate and Stasha. Yeah. I think Nate said I don't remember if he said that he loved her or he cared for her.
We're not really going into details when it comes to these things gonna come up.
It's what's to come, so it will be. We're gonna touch on it again when it comes in the other episodes. So, do you have anything else to say about Bin and?
I feel like are we missing a couple? Alexis, Stasha. I'm just calling the female's name. Lindy, Morgan, Kristen. I think we said everything for everybody. Yeah. So we'll touch everybody. So.
That is it,
guys. Definitely don't be afraid to comment and think of what you thought about this episode. Yes. Let us know what you think, and yeah, thank you so much for watching our review. Please subscribe. We're ever growing up and coming channel, and we're so appreciative to have you spend the time with us. If you made it to the end, just type
end.
Yeah, type end. E-N-D. Sorry. Three letter word.
Type E.
I'm sorry.
E-E-N.
Whatever. But thank you so much, guys, for actually spending time and watching.
Yes,
we truly appreciate it. Thumbs up this video. It really helps. And just we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Bye. And while you're on the channel, check out some other videos what we do too.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, later. Bye.